Till now, we all learned that home theaters are either available in a wired component system format or a home theater in a box kind of package, or they are simple wireless soundbars. But guess what? There's one product which literally tried to change the entire game of surround sound experience with a wireless solution, and the package that I'm talking about, well, it is the Sony Bravia Theater Quad package. Now, this package has been quite a lot in news in the recent times, and I've been trying to get my hands on it. Finally, we managed to get that, and that is exactly what we are going to talk about in our today's video. When it comes to design, I must appreciate the fact that Sony has been literally trying to change the entire dynamics of the speaker design. As you can see right over here, this is a super stylish square speakers which is like 11 inches by 12 inches in size with only 2 inches of profile, and it is beautifully wrapped around with this grey perforated fabric from all the four sides, leaving the bottom for the connections and the top part for the Atmos angled speakers. So the Sony Bravia Theater Quad has 4 wireless speakers like this, offering total flexibility for placement around the room. It can be wall mounted or freestanding and requires only power cable. It has a 3-way speaker design, delivering rich and dynamic sound even without the need of an additional bass. And it comes with this control box, which is like the main heart or the console of the entire system, acting like a transmitter to all the 4 speakers, and being very compact and neat and tidy, it has also got the easy connectivity options right at the backboard. Sony claims that Bravia Theater Quad is a feature-packed product, and these features include 360 sound mapping. It also includes the support for formats like Dolby Atmos, DTS:X and IMAX Enhanced certification. It has also got fully wireless home cinema system, as we all know, except the need for power plugs for every speaker. It has got 11 phantom points created from 8 speakers, almost 2 in each box, and it delivers a 7.1.4 configuration immersive sound. The advanced calibration setup is done to suit your room and speaker placement, and all of this is possible through Sony's Bravia Connect app. The Sony Bravia Theater Quad is also compatible with 8K at 60Hz, 4K at 120Hz, making it the gamer's paradise, and it has also got a support for high-res audio and high-res audio wireless, which is kind of necessary for most of the music lovers. The installation process is extremely easy and should take not more than 15 minutes. Now, once the connections are done, all you need is the Sony Bravia Connect app, and you just have to follow the on-screen instructions. By the way, each speaker has got its own placement nomenclature mentioned at the bottom, so it makes your life pretty easy. Now, once the control box joins the network and the speakers get paired to the control box, you can start the calibration process. The calibration process uses your mobile microphone to detect the sound, and it is very similar to a regular AV receiver setup. Except that you cannot do any further fine tunings or adjustments to the crossovers or the dB levels like AV receiver. You can also connect Sony SW3 and SW5 subwoofers if you need more bass, which I believe many would opt for eventually. Some of the key highlights that I actually loved about this system are the sound modes. Now, the reason why I'm talking about sound modes, because in most of the sound bars in the past, I have seen that those are a little gimmicky, wherein the first mode and the second mode may not really have too much of separation, but in the Bravia Theater Quad, you actually can feel the separation in a much more better manner. For instance, the sound field improvises the surround sound experience. The voice button out here, it actually enhances the vocal clarity, and the night button cuts off the low frequencies, making you focus only on the mid and the high frequencies of the content that you're consuming. The Bravia Connect app is super fast and very responsive, and you have got all the possible controls on it. Unlike soundbars, Sony Quad lets you separate the front, left and right speakers, giving a wider sound stage, and the surrounds are on point too. The content format reading is good and works with Dolby Atmos and DTS:X both. The fancy test tone features make it get a wired component system feels, but an option to select if the left or right is equidistant from TV or one of them is closer to the TV, is some really nice advancements that Sony is doing here. Next up is the Sony's 360 Special Audio Mapping. Now while this is more for music sources like Amazon Music and Tidal, but getting a regular stereo content upmixed to a 360 Special Audio has got its own advantages too. Apple Music and Spotify integration is very much welcome in the quad, and if integrated in Apple Home app, you can even ask Siri to play music on it. And lastly, Sony has also given us the option to control the rear speaker sound as well as the bass performance from the entire system to enjoy and control the content that you're watching the way you want it. One thing that Sony has smartly played in this setup is the integration of this setup with the Sony Bravia TVs. Now when you have Sony Bravia TVs, you are going to enjoy some other additional advantages which a normal Sony quad owner probably may not enjoy, and these advantages have got to do with the center speaker and the vocal clarity. Now the reason why I am saying that, when you connect it with the Sony Bravia TV, the TV acts like your center speaker and you don't have to rely on any phantom center. Because center, as we all know, is one of the most extremely important speaker because it delivers all the vocals. Also, talking about vocal, this speaker package when paired with the Bravia TV has got a Voice Zoom 3 AI feature which eliminates all the background score in the dialogues and gives a very clear audio. Now this is something which is very helpful if you have got elderly people using this system in the living room to watch news. Now the Sony Bravia quad, also known as the Sony HT-A9 Mark II, when compared with its predecessor, that is only Sony HT-A9, one thing that we will definitely agree together is that this speaker design is far more classy, it is far more elegant. Unlike the old cylindrical speakers, this has got a much more slimmer profile. The differentiating factors apart from the design is also got to do with the sound. For instance, these speakers can give you a better layered structure for the surround sound and the Dolby Atmos experience, which was not to that level probably with the older speaker package. Also, the new speakers are with the three-way speaker design, giving you a far more richer bass, which was not again there in the older model. Although Sony has thoroughly impressed me with this speaker package in terms of its performance as well as the delivery in our living room space as well as in the cinema room space, there were only 2 points which probably made them miss the bullseye from us. The first one is the remote control, which as you can see is not giving a very premium vibe. It is too basic, does not even have a backlit, which should have been added. And the second one has got to do with the control box, which again, if you are a turntable lover and want to enjoy turntable music from these speakers, you will still have to wait, because as of now we still have only HDMI in and out port in this control box. So this overall, for gamers, for movie lovers, as well as for music listeners who love to enjoy special audio over streaming, Sony Bravia Theatre Quad can definitely be a worthy option to consider for a complete wireless immersive experience, and all of this available at 2 lakh rupees in Indian markets. Now if you want to buy this, I'm going to leave a link for that in the description as well as in the comment section. And if you have already auditioned this speaker package, then let me know your feedback on it in the comment section as well. That's it from my end. I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theatre wale bhaiya, will see you again in the next video. Thank you so much.